Hey guys, welcome back to Cereal and Midnight. My name is Heath Holland, and in this episode, we are talking about new arrivals from Umbrella Entertainment, including the much anticipated Masters of the Universe that I am so excited exists. I'm excited to talk about it. This movie has been given the best treatment in this box set that this film has ever received in the history of its existence. There are 5 films that we're going to be talking about in this episode. I have watched them all on my Region A locked player. They all played perfectly fine. Yes, they all played perfectly fine in my Region A locked player. Someone's going to ask me, but did they all play fine? All of them? Yes. I should also, this is the part of the video where I would say to use code Cereal15 on your Umbrella Shop order. These are the Umbrella Shop exclusives with the hard boxes and the slipcovers and the art cards and the posters and the beautiful pack-in goodies that they include with these site exclusive editions. That code has been retired. Code Cereal15 has officially been retired. I'm going to keep my comments short and sweet about this. I will say that the code was for Cereal at Midnight. The code was for Cereal at Midnight viewers. And as soon as other channels started to spread that code around, especially without crediting Cereal at Midnight, its days were numbered. There was a conversation behind the scenes, and the code is... if there is another new code in the future, I will certainly let you know, but that's why, that's how, that's what's going on. Okay, so let's talk about these movies because Umbrella continues to do some incredible work here. It's an interesting wave, right? Because now Masters of the Universe was delayed. The rest of these 4 films, Primer, Upstream Color, Trash Humpers, and You'll Never Find Me, are, I mean, frankly, not my thing. They are really cerebrally, almost mathematical. Well, okay, the Primer and Upstream Color feel very mathematical to me. I had a hard time connecting with them when they're new. Turns out, all these years later, I still do. They think these movies unfold in terms that I don't, in a language I don't speak. Trash Humpers is sort of an odyssey of transgressive cinema that's doing a very specific subversive thing, and You'll Never Find Me is a question of sanity. These are very outside of what I focus on here on the channel. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for me to talk to you guys about what's coming out because these videos aren't for me. These videos are for you. These videos are a service to show you what's coming out, and so you can get a good look and really spend your money the best that you can. However, I'm super excited about Masters of the Universe, so we're going to start there because I love this movie. It's an interesting lifespan that Masters of the Universe has had, specifically this Dolph Lundgren movie, because when it came out, it was not the Masters of the Universe movie that we wanted. And I would remind anybody that loves Masters of the Universe and comes from the 1980s who thinks that we're going to get some version of that. You know, Masters of the Universe has been in development for a movie, a new movie, a modern movie, for years. They can't crack it. I would say they can't crack it because it's uncrackable. The way to look, even the Netflix series lost like half the Masters of the Universe audience. Masters of the Universe lives in the 80s, right? And I think bringing it into any sort of reality, bringing it into a live action environment loses some of what made it magical. That being said, this movie has aged into a cult classic. And now we look back on it as this peak era of like cartoon adaptation in an area. We didn't get a whole lot of cartoon adaptations from the stuff that we love. There was no Silverhawks. There were no Thundercats feature films. You know, there was no... I'm trying to think of all the other 80s cartoons that I love so much. Where was Jason the Wheeled Warriors on the big screen? We didn't have that, you know? We didn't even have... Like, the Transformers live-action movie was decades away from the original source material. But Masters of the Universe has become an absolute stone-cold classic because we look back on it now with nothing but rose-colored glasses. And all those rough edges have been worn away. And this edition, this release, is the most prestigious release of Masters of the Universe, and my lord, it's gorgeous. So we got the hard box here. This is the, I'm going to hold this up for you and you can read that, but I'm about to spin this and we're going to take this away and you can see, look at that, see what's on the hard box itself. Let's journey in to what we actually have here. Put that right there. First of all, we have a booklet, we have art cards, and we have this really cool slipcover. This is the front. And there is the back. And here, Oh, I need to reverse this art. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful artwork. Let me flip this around. So there's the clean version of that. And since I've got it open, let me just go ahead and show you the poster, because the poster's in here. Side 1, or one of the sides, side A and side B. It's a double A side. It's a record. I love this. I need to find a place in my house to put this, because I still love Masters of the Universe. I still watch it frequently. Let's see. Booklet here. I'm not going to go every page here, but I'm going to show you this. And this just fell off the back of the box. If you're on the, again, you have the choice. That's one of the cool things I like about Umbrella is they give you multiple options to purchase this. So if you just want the movie, if you just want this, you don't have to get the booklet and the hard box and all that stuff. You have different choices. But I do like, first of all, it's an honor to be able to cover these for Umbrella. But I like that they get it. They give you lots of different choices. So there's really, I'd say there's no complaining. People still find a reason to complain, but I guess that's what fans do. That's kind of what we do. I mean, these are gorgeous. Just beautiful. I cannot believe I'm holding Masters of the... Look at this. I'm holding Masters of the Universe photos. Okay. So that's just... Set this to the side here. That's just the physical stuff. The goods, the real goods, are on the disc. Which, again, played perfectly fine in my Region A locked player. Yes, you, who was saying he can't mean that. No, I do. Special features audio commentary with director Gary Goddard, Electric Boogaloo extended interviews with actress Dolph Lundgren, director Gary Goddard, producer Ed Pressman, production designer William Stout, and co-writer Stephen Tolkien, special effects supervisor Richard Edlund. It's like an hour and a half, if memory serves. It's like an hour and 34 minutes or something like that of extended interviews about this movie. Masters of the Universe 2, Tales of the Sequel That Never Was, with filmmaker Albert Pyun and others. Behind the Legend archival feature, Canon Films sci-fi and fantasy trailer reel. What? It's as cool as it sounds. And still in poster gallery, original theatrical trailer, teaser trailer, and an Easter egg. Wink. I like that they put that on there because I don't even think people think to search for Easter eggs anymore. Once upon a time, as soon as a Blu-ray, not a Blu-ray, as soon as a DVD came out, we were like clicking left and right in places you weren't supposed to because we're like, there's got to be something on here. And usually there was. There was an astonishing amount of Easter eggs on releases of the past. And that's kind of become a relic of yesteryear. But I do know people that are committed to bringing the Easter eggs back. And Umbrella did it. So that's really cool. All right, Primer. I watched Primer when it was new, way back in the day. Is this a 2000? Hold on, let me get this out of here. First of all, there's the front of the hard box. There's the everything that's here. Let's take this off. This movie is a very mathematical movie. This is a movie about time travel. This is a movie that is concerned with almost like engineering. Yeah, interestingly, there's no... I don't see a copyright year here. But I think it was like 20 years ago. And I watched this movie and I was like, huh? But, and again, even now, like I think what it comes down to is I speak in an emotional language. I speak in elements of human, I don't even know how, emotional probably covers it. Broad strokes. If I can't see the humanity of somebody, if I can't see the struggle and like who they are, I can't really connect. I need to see some genuine, almost like genuine struggle. This movie feels very mathematical to me. It's a movie about building a machine that, it allows you to travel in time. Wherever you think that goes in this movie, that's not where it goes. That's not what the movie is interested in. The movie is interested in like how did this thing happen? You know, it's, if there were ever going to actually be time travel, it's probably like this. Very realistic, very like, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. It is not concerned with whether you're following it. It's not concerned with holding your hand. It's not concerned with anything traditional. This is a very untraditional, non-traditional film. And because of that, I still have a hard time with it, honestly. So, but nevertheless, the director has made 2 movies, and they're both here on this wave. So let me show you. Okay, here we go. There's this side. And it's not a horror film. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, it's not a horror film. It is exactly, I mean, these are doing a good job of depicting the film, these cards. This is a movie I expect programmers really like, people that have non-traditional ways of thinking about problems and formulas and things like that. And that's, again, that's just not how my brain works. And I'm not making, to be clear, I'm not making any value judgments. I'm speaking for myself and what I connect with. So if anybody, you know, sometimes people are like, well, I can't believe you said it. Like, no, I'm just talking about myself. I know what connects with me. But nevertheless, this is a movie that has a lot of respect among, I don't know if the general mainstream media, you know, I used the term mainstream media a couple of times in terms of Horizon and American Saga, and people were like, what do you mean mainstream media? You sound like a crazy person. I'm like, well, we have, you know, the big outlets that have millions of followers, and then we have, like, you know, I'm talking about those big outlets, and they're like, unbelievable. So I still think that there's a mainstream media, and I don't think that they connect with things like this. This is more of a fringe cinema kind of thing, as is Upstream Color, which is another movie that it's very challenging, and I have not been able to come around on it. It's still challenging to me. So here's everything that's included in this set. Nothing on the back, other than a continuation of that art. Here, case in point, this is the slipcover for this, and this is very well done. Very representative of, like, we are all passengers on an organism in which reality is chosen for us, and like that's Upstream Color. Oh, did I show you the poster? I showed you the poster for Primer. I was like, I don't want to have to dig that back out. No, I showed you. Here's the poster for Upstream Color. And you know what I didn't do is I did not tell you the special features. Of Primer, audio commentary with director Shane Carruth, audio commentary with cast and crew, new feature-length commentary from science fiction expert Andrew Frost, new video essay by Sydney Science Fiction Film Festival director Simon Foster, and the theatrical trailer. Primer has audio commentary by Andrew Frost, experimental video response by filmmaker Ian Haig, teaser trailer, Head Like the Sun, teaser trailer, Starling teaser trailer, and an isolated soundtrack. You are seeing what I mean, right? So here's the book. And this actually, what does it say? Upstream Color, a guide for the perplexed. There were stories when this came out, some decade plus ago, right? About people, very unhappy audiences. I think in America especially, I don't know, I think they were all American audiences. But anyway, people that were like, what? That's not a story. That's... And now we say that about everything, right? Now that's like the critics, like, it didn't even tell a complete story. But this movie is, again, it's not concerned with that. This movie is operating on a different... I mean, look, there's a card of a jug of water, right? So it's... I don't think it cares if you're following it or not. There, I thought I missed one. So this is a very Masters, and again, Masters. I was gonna say Masters of the Universe aside, this is a very specific release month for Umbrella. But Masters of the Universe was delayed. It's not even supposed to be part of this. I'm not even supposed to be here today, says Masters of the Universe. This is like the metaphysical, geometric, nonlinear, elliptical thought experiment wave from Umbrella Entertainment. Trash Humpers, shot on VHS. It's about old people who are basically hoodlums that are. It's like, okay, so this is the writer of he directed it, right? It's directed by Harmony Korine, but he wrote Kids, Larry Clark's Kids. So egregious cinema, transgressive cinema, talking about things we don't normally talk about. It's an experiment. It's an experimental film, and for me, I just find it a little bit. It eludes me, is what I will say. But again, it's like my direction has been to go deeper into Hollywood, to go deeper into the illusion. In this matrix of a world that we live in, I want to continue to explore the illusion while being aware of what's happening around me, but I also want the fantasy. That's what I love about Hollywood, is that it's a fantasy that actually, if we listen to it, I believe the fantasy can make us better. It can make our lives better. When you believe in the magic of the movies and you follow, the great romantic stories of the 40s, whatever, the cautionary tales of the film noir, it can make us better. I still believe in the magic of the movies. You get a good idea of what Trash Humpers is here from this slipcover, which is very reflective of the movie. There's a lot of stuff here. We've got Trash Talk, a video essay by Greg Ferris and Sean Gradwell. Is that Gradwell or Gladwell? I think it's Gladwell. Bad Grandparents, an audio essay by Kat Ellinger. Monsieur French Q&A. Nope, Monsieur Fresh Q&A. It's very small print, guys. It's this that I'm trying to read right here. Let's see. Harmony Korine, with director Harmony Korine. That's from Seattle 2010. Gordon and the Whale interview with director Harmony Korine. South by Southwest 2011. Trash Humpers original soundtrack. Outtakes, theatrical trailer. See if I can show. Here's the thing. So I checked out the movies, but I haven't checked out the art cards or the posters yet, because I like to. I guess I'm kind of like, keep it real in a video by just giving my honest first reaction, because I don't need to check that ahead of time. I know it's going to be there. Okay, let's see if we got a table of. This feels like a Vinegar Syndrome release, doesn't it? In celebration of the nihilistic fever dream. Harmony Korine, more like a feeling. So, beautiful book. I'm not going to show every page. Let's hope all of these are okay. Hey, if they're not, I'll just edit around them. All right. I'll pack this up in just a second. We're down to the last one, which is a 2023 movie called You'll Never Find Me. This is about this guy gets a visitor. Patrick, a strange and solitary resident, lives in a mobile home. I'm not going to read this to you guys. Basically, this woman comes into this guy's living space and reality starts to bend. I think that's the best non-spoilerish way to talk about this. We've got an audio commentary with Josiah Allen and Indiana Bell, who are the directors. Behind the scenes, outtakes, short film, Call Connect, short film, and The Recordist. So this is the J card. Let's pop that off. Here, let me hold that up for you guys. And there's no poster here, but we do have extensive writing about the film. Josiah Allen and Indiana Bell, the director's intro, the writer's statement by Indiana Bell, Statement from the cinematographer. We got storyboards, production design, makeup and special effects. From the sound designer, from the composer, alternate art. So very well put together. But again, I just struggle with these kinds of movies. And as some of you guys are going to be like, you got to challenge yourself. I do. I challenge myself with lots. I challenge myself with these to check them out. Umbrella continues to do incredible work, and I am grateful that I get to cover them. Hopefully in the future there will be a new Cereal at Midnight code to help you save some money. I hope that you understand why. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Why that's not a thing moving forward. But I'm excited about the continued preservation of cinema and the way that its physical media transitions from something you see in all the big box stores to a more specialized collector niche product, that we get stuff like this, and that companies like Umbrella Entertainment continue to give us the best product possible, regardless of, not everything is going to be for everybody. That's the thing. But for the people that do connect with certain things, like, what a great time to be a fan of something. A movie like Primer that I saw when it was new, all these years later, to see Primer get this kind of treatment, it's incredible. It really is. So thanks to Umbrella, thanks to you guys. Let's continue. Hey, have you seen some of the movies? This would be a great opportunity. I like my videos to not just be a here, this came out. I like to talk about the movies. So if you've seen these movies, let's continue the conversation in the comments below. And what are your thoughts about Masters of the Universe as a live action adaptation? And if you were writing the major Hollywood treatment for a new Masters of the Universe movie, how would you do it? Continue the conversation. Guys, thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel, thumbs ups, leave a comment. Until next time, I will catch you later.